One thing that is very true about Guam cuisine is they know how to do PIKA, or spicy. Hafa, welcome to Kusina Tanami, where I tell my story of the island I love through good food that's good for you. Today we're going to be making I can't even put it into words. Just so heartwarming and nostalgic and I guess comfort food for me. A very classic dish that I feel represents the PIKA aspect of Guam's food, Chamorro food. This is called KADUN PIKA, or a spicy stew is the best way I can describe it. Let's just jump into it and let's prepara. Alright, the first thing you're going to do is get 2 pounds of chicken, and you can really use any part of the chicken, but I'm using wings for this time through. Next up, you're going to want to add sea salt. I'm using about a teaspoon here of pink Himalayan salt, but any sea salt will do. And go ahead and give that a toss so it's fully incorporated into the chicken. Next up, we are adding some coconut aminos. We're not going to add too much, about a tablespoon or so, just enough to coat the chicken. And then you're going to give that a good toss. Next, we're adding Kombu Flakes. And this is not really a traditional addition to the spice mixture, but I actually stole this idea from Saina on Terrace House when she's cooking in Opening New Doors for, I think, the first time. And if you don't get that reference, that's okay, but if you know, you know, you know. This addition also isn't necessarily found in all KADUN PIKA recipes, but we're going to do it for adding a little bit of acid and a little bit of tang. We're adding some ginger root. So go ahead and peel that ginger root with a paring knife, and then go ahead and grate the ginger at the finest setting. Once you collect your grated ginger, go ahead and add that to your chicken and mix away just like normal. Mixing, mixing, that's all we're doing. And I am missing one thing. What could it be? Oh, that's right. We're making KADUN PIKA. So we need something that is PIKA, but what do I have that's PIKA? Oh wait, what's this box over here? Look at that. It's from our friends over at Sa PIKA Este. Those guys are so awesome. They didn't have to send me anything, but what could be in this box, I wonder? Oh, what? No way. This is awesome. Look at that. They got me a hat. This is so sick. I definitely did not expect that. I would not have worn my hair this way if that was the case. My guess is whatever this is wrapped in this cute PIKA packaging is probably more important, and I wonder what it could possibly be. And oh, there it is, guys. Dinanche. If you guys don't know what Dinanche is, it is a pepper paste that is a very traditional Chamorro condiment. This will be a perfect addition to this KADUN PIKA. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so excited. It smells perfect. It's gonna just add the kick that it really, really needs. And if you're ever using Dinanche, make sure you are a little bit light with the touch at first, because this sauce really does pack a punch. And you can always keep adding more PIKA as you continue to make this dish. You just don't want to add too much and regret it later. Once you're done, go ahead and set that in the fridge to let those spices really marinate the chicken. Next, we are gonna go ahead and chop up 1 yellow onion. I'm pretty sure I use onion in about every savory dish I make. So go ahead and chop off the top and bottom of the onion first, and then you're gonna cut the onion in half and go ahead and peel off the skin of the onion, and then you're gonna chop with the grain at first. And then you're gonna hold those pieces together and cut it in the other direction in thirds. We don't really need it smaller than that for this recipe. It'll add to the texture. We like chunky onions for this recipe, and go ahead and do that for the other half. And then you're gonna peel about 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. It really depends on how much garlic you like. And then use your blade to smash up the garlic cloves, and that'll make it easier for you to pull off the skins of the garlic. And then once that's done, you're gonna go ahead and mince the garlic. Just go ahead and chop them roughly, and then you're gonna use the tip of your blade to pivot, chopping it back and forth until you get really, really fine pieces like so. Next, go ahead and drizzle some avocado oil or any neutral oil you have in a pot, and you're gonna go ahead and start to sweat your onions by just adding it to the pot that's set on medium heat, which I don't think I have recorded. And then you're gonna go ahead and add some sea salt to this as well, and go ahead and stir those around. And you wanna be more patient than I was and actually let your onions brown a little. I just know that when my papa sees this, he's gonna be slightly disappointed that I didn't let those brown enough before adding the chicken in. So just pretend that I let those brown all the way before you add your chicken that's been sitting, and just infusing all those flavors is just gonna add that extra depth of flavor in this dish. And then you're gonna wanna add your garlic in last so it doesn't burn, and go ahead and stir that all and just bask in the delicious scents. You're gonna add a cup of coconut milk, and that coconut milk richness is gonna help balance out the pica and the acid. Speaking of acid, we're adding some vinegar. We're adding a half cup here, as well as half a cup of coconut aminos. And to impress my PIKA Este friends, I'm gonna add a little bit more Dinanche because I want them to know that I can take the heat. I really can, guys. Go ahead and give that very full pot a stir to get those flavors and ingredients incorporated into your broth, and then you're gonna go ahead and put the lid on that and let that simmer for probably about 30 minutes. And while you're waiting for that to simmer, go ahead and shave off about a couple inches or so of a Daikon radish, and you can just use a paring knife for this as well. And then once that's done, you can actually take the grater at a wider setting and just grate that Daikon radish. We're not gonna really add anything to it this time. I think that there's a lot of flavor in the KADUN PIKA as well, and I just want a bed to soak up those yummy, spicy juices. And once that's set aside, you can go ahead and catch up on your favorite show while you wait for your KADUN PIKA to finish cooking all the way through. And you will be able to tell once the chicken is cooked through and you see it bubble just like that. That really is one of my favorite simple joys of cooking, is just opening the lid of a pot that's been simmering for a while. It's like the best reward ever. Anyways, guys, you are done. You just made KADUN PIKA. Now, ta fanyocho. Give a huge shout out and a huge thank you to our friends over at Tsp Este for their awesome Dinanche. You guys are the bomb, and look at this hat, it's so cool. I did not know they were gonna send this over, so this is great. Their product is awesome. You can stop by their store over at etsy.com and just look up Tsp Este, and you will find for yourself the creme de la creme of Dinanche. They do a great job over there. It really just added so much to this KADUN PIKA. Hope you guys enjoy, and if you do, please like and subscribe, and please share this with your friends and familia. And until next time, ta fanyocho.